What's up, everybody? Again, all this time, I would say that we got very close. I had, growing up in the 60s, I had a lot of friends that got addicted, beat it or not.
Okay, I'm back.
I was kind of in
Hey everybody, DJ Cruz, Ronnie, Sam, everybody.
She's been clean and sober now for many, many years. Her son is this fabulous guy. Her husband, they now ex-husband, they all have a wonderful relationship. She leads a very happy life. And she's the most soulful person I know. She's so soulful and right. She always was. And those were really difficult times. They didn't at first, and then after a while they decided to leave her out. Let's keep him in. They seem to like me on the show, and then finally we had the baby, and then she was fired again, and I got a Dear John letter, and that Dear John letter show, which is one of my favorite shows because Stuart and Dee Dee Wolpert wrote that episode, and it was so difficult to write. How do you not make her the bad guy? And they worked so hard on it, and they allowed me to just have conversations with them, there or not, why I was there or not. They didn't at first, and then after a while they decided, leave her out, let's keep him in.
Ronnie, my favorite song from Call the Leader. And then finally, I'll have to go with Microphone Fiend too.
That Dear John letter show was one of my favorite shows because Stuart and Dee Dee Wolpert wrote that episode, and it was so difficult. They worked so hard on it. They allowed me to just have conversations with them. Not that I had any interest, it's just so we would protect this character. It's hard to protect a character with a child. Yeah. Decided to do what they decided to do was to make it a genre. Basically saying from Julie with this character, this is what I'm feeling, this is my dilemma right now, and my panic and my dissatisfaction with self, and I can never raise kids successfully. I know you can. Our job was to protect the character of Julie. And it was really hard. Stuart and Dee Dee Wolpert did this amazing job of writing this episode so you wouldn't hate the character of Julie. And they had to write Max in such a way that he could express anger, but also understand. And in 20 minutes, what it usually takes like 50 hours of therapy to deal with, we had to get through this and communicate to the audience an emotional bond and make it okay for them to not like Julie. And I think they did an amazing job. It's one of my two favorite episodes that I ever did on that show. Because I thought they handled it so elegantly and so difficult to do. As in life, when it's like if if I say a relationship, what you hope is that all the people that you are with, which is both of them, it never works that way. They choose one and it's I'd have it to be many years ago. So it's interesting. It's really interesting to make new friends and you realize that your old friends are not real friends and very interesting stuff. You mean everything? Yeah, yeah. Well, she certainly did. Mackenzie certainly rose from the ashes. She wanted to be a good mom, and she finally turned it around, and she's a great mom.
Just waiting on try right now. The album, no, I don't think it's painful. I mean, it's overrated. I'm doing good, Ray Sean. How about yourself? I don't know if y'all saw, but me and Try did a Prince video about the Prince collection on Sean's channel. Ronnie, I'm gonna have to go with the Far Side. Pass Me By remix. Sam, I'm gonna have to go with Heavy Mental. Happy birthday to your sister, Rayshawn. Jill's got me strapped, Hector. But I love that Dusted and Disgusted song. Hot kill that shit. You said favorite hip hop concert? Well, the favorite hip hop concert that I went to was the Nas Little Brother and Erykah Badu concert. I'll also say when I saw her in Nubian years ago, that was a dope concert too. Might have signed them on my birthday too. Yeah, I don't know what Charles doing. I guess he's still taking his notes, so that's all good. It's no issue. I'm just chilling right now. Shout out to the chat though. Since the semester's over, I know I gotta catch up on some reviews, man. It's not funny.
How am I supposed to live on?
Ronnie, I'm gonna have to go paid in full. All right, coming from the bathroom. Give me 1 second. Yo,
What's
yo.
good? What up?
Not much. Just chilling. Just got home. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Just man. I've been up all fucking night, man. It's crazy.
what up? Sam was good, yo. Ronnie, Hector, BJ was good. Ray Sean, what's up? Q was good.
I was just
Bruce, what
rewatching
up,
that
man?
verse.
Huh?
I was just rewatching that verses on my way home.
I love it, man. Classic. The best verses. Everything about that. That was a concert. That wasn't even a battle.
Yeah, I like this new format that they're doing with the multi cameras for the verses and shit like that. I feel like that's kind of dope,
Right.
especially with everything opening up now and stuff like that. In a way,
That was great, man. So many people I didn't expect to see.
for real,
EPMD and K Solo.
for real. K
Too
Solo, man.
many. Wu Tang. You had Def Squad and Wu Tang there. Epic.
Staten Island represent.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my webcam and shit too. Fuck. But I know. I think SWB and Escape is the next one.
That's in May.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. A new Snoop. I like the new Snoop joint. It's actually good because it's been a couple. It's been years since I said like, yo, I like a Snoop album or a new Snoop single.
Yeah, that new.
You know.
I actually might peep that album too, just in case. But I'm not too sure yet.
What's the name of the album?
Hold on. There's something 420. I know.
Okay.
Hold on.
Thanks, Ronnie. Yep. Dope. Check out the Prince collection we did. That's just part one because there will be a part two at some point.
Shit.
Cause I'm definitely gonna get all of his shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of his shit is out of print right now.
Shit. This nigga trying to make me sit for all my Prince shit last night.
Yes, everything. You know what I mean? I was just bumping some Prince shit today, yesterday.
Saying it's called From the
Yeah.
Streets to the Suites.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes. Go Knicks. 8-game winning streak. I'm loving it.
Shout out to the Knicks.
Oakland has an 11 game. You talking about the A's or Golden State? Reg is watching Why Do Fools Fall in Love. You watching that right now?
I was. I was trying to find something to watch, and this was still. It was on when I was left home.
The verses was great, man.
For real. Shout out to
A's,
Captain.
the A's. Go A's. I didn't know the A's were winning like that. Hmm?
There's my webcam. Okay, here we go. So was this like your first Richard Pryor album you heard, right?
Yeah, first comedy album. 'Cause I don't listen to comedy albums like that, so it's
Oh,
the
I could have
first
sworn
one.
you heard Delirious.
I saw Delirious. I saw the actual. I didn't hear the album.
Uh, yeah,
Anthony
man.
Davis. Yeah, I heard about that. DJ Tim said he didn't like DJ Scratch. Like messing up the songs or whatever.
How was he messing up the songs?
I don't know. He messed up like one song, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I liked how with certain songs they utilized the sample that they sampled from and shit like that.
There's one
You know,
song he messed up, man. There's one song. I like Scratch. I think Scratch has always been a great DJ for EPMD and a producer. You know what I'm saying? And I think
he's
he's
a
great.
legend. He's a
So
fucking legend and shit.
I don't got no issues with DJ Scratch. I think everything was great. You know, favorite 2000s hip hop album.
Mm,
2000s.
that's a lot.
Blueprint Stillmatic. They gotta be right there.
Back for the first time.
Yes, that was good too. That was good. Yep.
Theater of the Mind.
Oh God. No. What year was that? 09 that came out?
Oh wait,
Oh God. No. Anything after Red Light District, it was a no for me for Ludacris.
you know I never actually heard Release Therapy in full.
And I have that too. And no, I don't like that one. Which Michael Jackson decade was the golden decade? Solo wise, definitely the 80s for me.
Yeah, the 80s.
HNIC, yes. HNIC. Top 5, definitely. I forgot about that one.
I'm about to start in about 5 minutes.
How your players heaven must be like or skin tight. I have the Skin Tight album, I believe. I have that one. Where's BJ at? BJ, where you at, yo? Did you watch that versus? Let me know what you thought about him.
Right. Shit.
What you doing, Reg?
I'm back. All right. You ready?
Yep.
What's up, you too? How's everyone doing this lovely, lovely, lovely Wednesday night? Well, Thursday morning now. It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
And this is the return of the stand-up reviews. Yeah, man. It's always been a while. I've just been trying to collect more stand-up albums, and shout out to a BJ because he actually got me this album. It's the Richard Pryor's This Nigger's Crazy album. This came out in 1974. Originally, it came out on Stax Records. However, after Stax went downhill bankruptcy in 74, Richard Pryor actually got the master's rights when he signed to Warner Brothers. And that's how it was actually issued from 1975. But I actually got the OG copy too. So yeah, thank you again, BJ. You guys should know who Richard Pryor is. in my opinion, the greatest stand-up comedian in history. Better than Murphy, better than Bill Cosby, better than Kevin Hart, better than all the motherfuckers. He was the one that really like wrote the blueprint, in my opinion. How did you get into Richard Pryor?
Um, how did I get into Pryor? I think like watching him on like movies and stuff. Like, he was in Superman 3, like with Christopher Reeve, the original one.
Yeah.
That one is one of the that's considered like the worst one in the franchise back then.
Yep.
I seen him I remember like seeing him like little clips of his stand up, and of course Harlem Nights when that came out with Eddie and Red Fox and Delarose and them. Great movie. Um yeah, just like a lot of the movie stuff he's done. Like I don't really know his I haven't heard like his comedy albums till like this one, and I don't think I've seen any of his comedy like stand up concerts. But just like hearing people talk about him, when I was little, and when they used to talk about him, they would would talk about Red Fox as well and other comedians like that on Flip Wilson. So I know more of his like the movies that I've seen him in, and you know just realizing that he was one of the comedy legends, and he was a great person, and it's the first time I'm listening to any comedy album. I never listened to like comedy albums like that. So he's a legend. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes, sir.
Didn't he got burned or something?
Yeah, he burned himself after he poured vodka after freebasing on some crap or some
Right. I
shit.
remember. I remember that. I remember when I was young when that happened. Though I remember hearing that when it happened, like when he got burned or whatever, and like it was a bad burn too.
Yeah, his daughter was in the house too.
Yeah, and he was like on drugs and all that. I remember hearing about that.
Crazy. But yeah, to me, I want to say when I saw the movie Car Wash, that's what it's either Car Wash or the movies he did with Gene Wilder.
He was
But
in
it was
Car
just
Wash,
yeah, he
the
played like
original one. I don't remember him in Car Wash.
yeah, the original one.
Yeah, he was. Wasn't he in See No Evil, Hear No Evil?
Yes.
Yes, I remember watching that when I was younger too. That with him and Gene Wilder. Rest in peace to Gene Wilder.
Yes, man. The fucking blue I think the one in 76, the blue streak or whatever.
Right.
I saw that. I saw Still
Antoine, yeah.
Crazy. Sub Antoine. Yeah, he's just, and then his stand-ups too. I've always loved watching the Richard Pryor in concert from
Mhm.
1979. In my opinion, the best stand-up special, in my opinion, because he was just raw. He was killing it. He's sweating everywhere and shit like that. I mean, Pryor has always been like a huge influence when it came to
I never saw that JoJo Dancer.
you said what which one?
The biopic JoJo Dancer.
No, I never saw that either. But he's always been a huge influence and stuff. So Richard Pryor was born in Peoria, Illinois. He actually grew up in a brothel run by his grandmother, and his mom was pretty much like a prostitute, and his dad was like a hustler and stuff like that. And so his mom abandoned him when he was 10 years old, and he was mostly raised by his grandmother.
Right.
And his grandmother was pretty abusive towards him too. And he went through like a lot of shit when he was little, like expelled, and then all of a sudden he went to the army and whatnot. Um, and then in 1963, he started performing in clubs in New York City, and his main influence was Art. I mean, not Art Kelly, Bill Cosby.
Right.
And And now that was not intentional because I was actually reading something about R. Kelly earlier.
What he do?
So his inspiration was Bill Cosby. And if you guys see the early Richard Pryor stand-up routine, it's very different from the Richard Pryor that you know now. Because, like I said, he wasn't really cursing as much. It was more like he was mostly telling stories and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And he was like always appearing in like the Ed Sullivan Show and like the Tonight Show and whatnot too. But then in the late '60s, he kind of got a little tired of doing always being compared to Cosby, and he always wanted to have his own identity. So in 1967, he pretty much was going to do like a stand-up special in Las Vegas, and he pretty much said, and I quote, "What the fuck am I doing here?" and walked off the stage.
Wow.
And so that's when um he started like evolving to the Richard Pryor we know now, because he relocated to Berkeley, California, where he actually got familiar with like the Black Panther movement, and he got familiar with like drug culture and whatnot too. And so as the '70s rolled on, he did the Live and Smoking comedy special, which that was very, very, very dope. He was also appearing on like the Flip Wilson show, because at that time Flip Wilson had like this most successful variety show at that time. Then he was also writing for like the Stanford and Son. He was doing like a lot of stuff too. And what really got him put on was when he signed to Laugh Records, and he actually started dropping his like early comedy albums, like of course the 1971 Craps After Hours, which I do need to get that in my collection, but that kind of goes hard to come by. I know they re-released that album recently though, but yeah. And so his main breakthrough happened when he actually appeared on the Watsacks, which if you guys don't know what Watsacks is, it's pretty much like the Stax Records documentary. What Motown Review 1963 concert was for Motown, this was really what Watsacks was that to Stax Records and stuff like that. And so hella cats performed there, like Rufus Thomas, Isaac Hayes, if the who's who in Stax Records, like Barcade, Staple Singers. And so Richard Pryor did his thing, and that pretty much, made him like a household name. So after that, he actually recorded this album in Don Cornelius's Soul Train nightclub in early 1974. And Soul Train always supported Richard Pryor all throughout his career and stuff like that too. So yeah, man. And the album cover actually took inspiration from Barry White's album. I want to say it's the Stone Gone album.
Right.
Which one? Yeah, Stone Gone, with the rainbow cover and stuff like that. And it also got him a Grammy Award for Best Comedy Album. A lot of people say it's his best comedy album to date. I'm gonna have to get back with you because it's either between this one and Is It Something I Said? And I would even go as far as even say the Richard Pryor Wanted live in concert in '78 too. But I might have to do a breakdown on some of those albums one day. That might be interesting. But yeah, this is the album cover right here. Richard Pryor definitely, just Richard Pryor as prime, as peak, and there too. Yeah. I know Luther Ingram also performed there. Thank you, Ronnie.
Way before I was born.
And so, as y'all can see, like this was like the original parental advisory sticker, says rated X, uncensored. People like Richard Pryor and Red Fox had those in their albums and stuff too. So, all right. No features, of course. 11 tracks. Let's get this shit started. So number 1, we got the I Hope I'm Funny song, which pretty much, vintage Richard Pryor just coming out saying, he hope he's funny. He don't really give a fuck. and stuff like that. You know, he talks about well, motherfuckers want to borrow money and shit like that. You know, he's also, you know, ranting about, you know, how black people always like to change orders in the middle when they're trying to order something like, you know, very relatable kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like how people want to start fight in the club and stuff like that too. So I like it. Very cool.
Is back down we talking about?
You said what?
Back down?
No, we're talking about I hope I'm funny.
Oh, they got the track listing backwards. Okay. I hope I'm
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, that was like the intro, and he's talking about like niggas always want to start fights in the club and pull out the gun and start shooting and stuff like that, and it was cool.
Yes, sir. Track number 2, nigger with a seizure. Probably my favorite track off this album, where he's talking about how, you know, motherfuckers would like, get drunk and shit like that, and it'd be like the most quietest motherfuckers. But then once they get a little alcohol and a little hair in the chest, that's when they think they can whoop anybody's ass and stuff like that too. So this is a pretty wild skit. Um, he said this one line where he's like, what do you say? Some niggas drink, you know, and have a seizure. You know, everybody know one nigga that drinking every week and gets ass whooped. He never wins a fight, but he always wants to fight. You know what I mean? And that's so relatable because you be having them one niggas that pretty much don't even have nothing to do with the fight, but they always want to like run their fucking mouth. But then they're the ones who get the ass beat and shit. And you know who those people are and shit.
Right. Yeah, he was just talking about like getting drunk and buying beer for everyone in the bar, and did he have a drinking problem? Because he talked about like drinking a lot on this album.
Yeah, he had a coke, a drinking problem, and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was nigga with a seizure. Um, Track number 3, have your ass home by 11 o'clock. You know, this was again another skit where he talked about his childhood. You know, all my old dirty bastard fans should know about this song. You know,
Right.
a lot of hip hop has sampled from this album too, from NWA to Old Dirty Bastard. I want to say even Spice One picked a few samples.
Hmm.
Um, Pretty much, you know, respecting the curfew and stuff like that too. And you know how your parents be like have come back when the street lights are on and stuff like that. Be home before the street lights come on. So yeah, very very cool track.
This is like the little skit that was played before Baby Come On the Return to the 36 Chambers album,
Yeah,
and he's like, you got to sing to get some pussy. He's like, getting some pussy beats having a war. And talking about his father. His father was one of those 11 o'clock niggas. Like, get your ass home not by 11:30, but by 11 o'clock. He's like,
right.
nigga, you see the time on the clock? What does it say? And I thought that shit was funny.
Yeah, definitely a funny ass shit. Track number 4, Black and White Lifestyles. Self-explanatory. You know, this pretty much talking about like how black and whites be fucking and stuff like that. You know, this raw nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? This whenever he does like the white people voice, always cracks me up and shit. So I like it.
I like the dude in the crowd that said, Rich, you crazy, yo. And
Right.
that shit was funny, and he's like talking about like how he couldn't wait to kiss some pussy, and like talking about like waiting to get some pussy, and then the minute he got it, he came too quick and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas come too close. When they come too quick,
I mean,
ain't
this
no
this was raw for his time. I mean, the shit that they say now is worse.
exactly.
You know.
Um, then we're gonna get into fucking Exorcist, where self-explanatory, him talking about how the movie The Exorcist, how the devil's a crazy motherfucker. It kind of reminds me of that one SNL skit when him and he played the Exorcist with that Thalamus actor. I forgot his whole name and shit like that, but you know who I'm talking about if you see him.
Right.
And then he pretty much like played Reverend trying to get the devil out of. I forgot the white girl's name on that bed and shit like that. But
Linda
yeah,
Blair.
man. You said what?
Linda Blair.
No, it was an SNL. Like they did like a parody of it.
When was that?
Like back in '76.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, man. Cause you know he was like a frequent member and like a featured guest in a lot of SNL early years and shit. So
Right. Was Jane Curtin on there at that time?
yeah, she was.
Oh, and Gilda Radner.
Yes, she was. Rest in peace to Rick
So
Gilda.
it might have been one of them, maybe.
I want to say it was probably Gilda Radner, maybe
Okay.
Gilda.
Yeah, cause she had the long hair and shit.
Yeah, she had that high pitched voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was
Yeah, this is
probably the best ones on that show. But anyway,
right. This skit I like, cause I, you know what I'm saying, like I grew up like watching The Exorcist, and you know, when that movie came out, I heard like so many stories about like it was so scary that people had to walk home in groups and shit like that, and still my favorite horror movie of all time, and you know, like you talked about, like black people couldn't have been in that film because
hell
we would have been doing the opposite of what was going on in the film. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like when he says remember when Reagan was already possessed, and you know he's like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Get up and wash your ass. Get the cross out your pussy. Remember she kept stabbing herself with the cross or whatever in front of her
yeah,
mom, and like, yeah, like we would have did things differently. Like, you know what I'm saying? You come in the house and then you smell like that weird smell, and we would have been like, yo, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So that to me was like one of my favorite skits on this album.
yeah, man. Pryor was on the road with this fucking album. This shit, though.
Yes. BJ, what's good? What you thought about the verses last night, yo?
All right, right now, what's up, BJ? Right now, we are at Wino dealing with Dracula. Um, pretty much, talking about. For those who don't know what a wino is, just in case, small
A
mind
drunk.
needs struggles, it's pretty much just a bum, a drunk, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so it's again picking back off the alcohol will bring the bravery out of somebody, and he's talking about how Dracula, like a wino, be scared of Dracula, like, man, you ugly and shit like that.
Right.
Ain't nobody scared of you, Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a very funny ass skit. I fuck with
Right.
that.
Again, it's like referring back to like horror films. Like I grew up watching like all the all the Dracula films with you know, the Hammer films with Christopher Lee and Blackula. So like, what would a black person do if Dracula, if they saw like Dracula in the hood or something, and he's like, you know, you need an orthodontist, and what's your name, Dracula? What kind of fucking name is that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I thought that was a funny skit. Like, and Wino, like I used to hear that when I was little come out. My grandfather used to kept he would use that word. 'Cause a lot of his friends were like drunks, and they would say Wino. So I already knew what that meant. And I want to say Coolio, when he first came out, he had a producer called Wino, right?
Who?
Coolio, when he came out with It Takes a Thief and Gangsta's Paradise.
I want
He had
to.
a producer called Wino that was producing for his stuff.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny skit.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Um, Next track we got is Flying Saucers. This one was okay. Just talking about aliens and shit like that. It was alright. It was pretty short. Yeah.
Right, like again, like what would a black person do if they came in contact with a alien or a Martian, you know,
Right.
and just saying, you know, like niggas like white people would be scared of them. Like after like 400 years of slavery, black people wouldn't be scared of them. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he was like, if a Martian landed in New York, a nigga would steal the flying saucer. I thought that was funny.
Shit, Fryer's crazy and shit.
Yeah.
Um, then we're gonna get to the Back Down. Yeah, this one was another funny ass skit right here and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just again talking about how motherfucker would just back down and shit from a fight last minute. You just pretty much having common sense. You know if you're gonna get your ass beat, but you know you have common sense pretty much. So that's what I got from it.
Right. He was talking about being scared of fighting and all that, and he wasn't trying to get into any fights that at school or anything. That wasn't him.
Exactly. What's after the back down? We got black man, white women. Oh man, this one and the next one, man. Oh shit, the shit that he got away with. You know, just pretty much talking about the relationship between black men and white women and stuff like that. There was this one line where he says, and I quote, "You can't laugh that shit off either. You be, hi, she's not with me. My wife went to court, man. She looked like she was 12 years old. I said, who was that bitch? And your
Right.
honor, everything happened. The judge started crying, ha, nigga, we want everything. Do you have any dreams? We want them too. I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, just pretty much talking about how don't marry a white woman because they'll get you in trouble. But he ended up marrying hella white women in his life. So I'm
Right.
just like, what are you
And
talking about?
that's still. But I used to hear that all the time when I was younger. That's still a thing. Like look at OJ and Nicole Brown Simpson, and so many athletes that they rather marry the Caucasian white woman than their own race, and end up not working out for them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe in all that. I think love is blind, and you love who you love. So
Right. Um, Next track we got is Niggas versus the Police. Oh man, a relatable skit today and shit like
yeah,
that.
yep, yep,
This one has been sampled a lot of times in hip hop. Just to pretty much talk self-explanatory, talking about black men and the police, how the cops always be harassing niggas and shit like that. Yeah, pretty cool skit. I like it.
right. Yeah, I mean it's still relatable now. It's still I think we'll always go through this, so it's something that'll just carry through generations.
Right. And the last skit off this album is called Rhino and Junkie, which this one was okay, just pretty much the Rhino character, he always loves to go back to the Rhino character and shit like that
Right,
and shit. So yeah, very, very dope. Dope way, nice way to end off the skit, you know what I'm saying?
right. And he talks about like how winos they don't get drunk like everybody else. Like their drunk is a different type of drunk to the point where they'll start to direct traffic. And
Yep.
he didn't like going to church, so he would hang out with the winos to avoid church or whatever. So I thought that was funny.
Real, very funny. And that's all of the time on this album. Overall, this is a classic comedy album, in my opinion. One of his best albums and shit. Him just talking of reckless shit. Richard Pryor, raw, unfiltered, in my opinion. Um, yeah, man. Like this is definitely not for the cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's gonna be up in arms about the shit he was saying. But fuck him, in my opinion. So yeah, this is a very dope album. Must have in your collection. This album is actually out of print. So if y'all can find this album, must have in your collection. This is a 5 out of 5. BJ, thank you again for this. Much needed.
I couldn't. I want to know if this was ODB's like favorite comedian because he sampled it for his first album.
Right.
And
And you never know.
I always wondered where he got that where that little skit came from, and it's from this album. So that's dope.
Very, very dope indeed.
Yeah, I thought it was some good skits. You know what I'm saying? Like the Exorcist skit and the Dracula skit were like the funniest to me. I like those. Yeah, man. Those two Coolio albums were great, man.
Yeah, his first two albums, Coolio.
Yeah.
That's the only albums I'll probably ever bump on some real
Yeah, that's
shit.
the only ones I got. I never got My Soul.
You ready for the top 5 worst hood movies tomorrow?
Are we doing that live?
Yeah,
Okay.
with the conflicted.
We doing conflicted live too, or you just recording that?
Oh, we're doing all this shit live because
Okay.
we
Yeah,
gotta
because only two
reschedule.
people in the chat saw it. Is Ronnie and Chaunt said he saw it.
Well, I mean, I feel like I want to talk about because the movie itself is just crazy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I'm
Yeah.
using that.
Verse, and then people could put their worst hood films. Yeah, I never heard My Soul. I didn't bother to hear that one. But the first two, I love the first two. Oh, you saw it, Sam? You saw Conflicted? Yeah. That was Pac's favorite comedian. That's what's up. Yeah, it wasn't that good. I think it was a good storyline, but the acting was not good. BJ, what was your favorite moment of the verses? Cause I had so many, yo. Like the when EPMD came out and they did a headbanger, that was like the icing on the cake for me. Cause I think that verses was the best. Yeah, Scarface. Who don't like Scarface? That's a classic movie. Cancel culture. Who trying to cancel you, Rayshon? How do you find out if an album is out of print? I mean, if you buy stuff on Amazon, you could pretty much figure out like what's available and what's not. Like what's albums you have to buy from sellers. You can go to Discogs or eBay and find out. I mean, at least that's how I do it. I know people might have their different methods of finding out, but 9 times out of 10, like a lot of the albums from like back in the day, majority of them is like out of print,
What were we
or
talking
it might
about?
be like remastered. If you want like the OG copy, you can tell like I said, like different. There's different ways to tell from OG and reissue or remastered.
What were we talking about?
Like no, BJ was asking me like how do you find out that an album is out of print?
Well, the way I find out sometimes 2 ways. One, if it's depending on how much it's sold online, especially on Amazon,
That too.
and two, if you go on Discogs and if they pretty much just have the album like all the issues of the album like in 1 year, or they haven't reached the album more like 20 years and shit,
Right,
then that's out of print. Like if they have like a lot of unknowns, then yeah, it's out of print.
right. Yeah, the prices is like probably the most easiest to spot. Like if especially if it's like a album from like 10 years ago, and if it's like $25, $30, then you know.
Right.
Osley Brothers must be. Oh yeah, Osley Brothers have a lot of out of print albums.
Who?
The Osley Brothers.
Well, I know they re-released some of their albums on T-Neck Records, like as collections and stuff like that. So
Mm.
yeah, so I know some of them you can still get, like the Heat Is On. I think you can still get Group the Showdown album. I think.
But the OG, like let's say you didn't want the re-release and you want the OG copy. That's out of print.
Oh yeah, the OG is out of print. Yeah.
Yeah, like Sean Price discography. Like they have like even on the Duck Down site, like they have certain albums on in the Duck Down catalog that's still available, but a lot of their stuff is out of print.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, like right. Top quality, yeah. Magnum Opus would be out of print. Dred Scott, those albums.
This one's out of print.
Yeah, Dougie Fresh, all his stuff is out of print. I don't got none of his albums.
Yeah, some albums that's never been released on CD and shit.
Right. He said I need Harvest for the World and 3+3.
Damn, I got those albums too.
I think I got 3+3 on vinyl. I got like two or three Ozzy Brothers albums on vinyl. I think 3+3 I have that one.
Yeah, that one. The Heat is on, and maybe Go for Your Guns are probably the more accessible ones if you come.
Right.
Between the Sheets, you can probably still get to an
I
extent,
don't know.
but
That's like one of the most coveted albums.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't got that one.
yeah. Surprisingly, that one was hard to find when I lived there. You know where I live at.
Right.
I recently got that album too. Shit, I'm about to just get my CDs together because I have to search high and low for all my Prince albums and shit. Right, I was just like, shit, damn, all my vinyls are all out of place. I be having OC out there.
Favorite song from the. You need to organize your albums, yo.
I do.
Like when I be watching those collection vids you do, and they be like all over the table and everything.
Yeah, I do organize them. I organize
So when you organize and this is a good collector's question. When you organize your albums, do you go by how do you do it? Do you go by region or artist or genre? How do you do it?
Oh, alphabetized by artists. Like the earliest I have is Aaliyah, all the way down to 8 Ball and MJG.
Okay, so you go by alphabetical.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the easy way of doing it.
Yeah, I used to go by year, like how,
Mm.
but that took a lot of time. I'm just like, that's crazy now.
Right.
Because sometimes I would get like an album from 1978, and then sometimes I want to look it up and see if it just came before or after that certain album. Because I'm very particular about that shit, but I stopped doing that stupid shit.
So what happens? What happens when you buy an album and being that you go in alphabetical order, you don't have like a place to put it just yet. Like, do you have like a miscellaneous section?
No. Well, most of the time, like if I get an album, like a new album, I would usually just put my new albums near the side of my bed so I can show it off for the collection videos and stuff like that. But usually I usually just find the artist and stuff like that. I just poke it in there, stuff like that, you know.
So, how about I do it? Like I have two sections. I have one section for miscellaneous. That's for like artists albums that I just got that I never had in the past. Like Onyx first album I had on cassette, but I never bought it on. I never got it on CD till now.
Oh wow!
But I never had none of the other albums, so that's going in the miscellaneous section until I get the other albums from them, and then I could put it, with the and then like the second section would be like, I just put all the albums from each artist together, and then it'll be like I go by location, so I put all the West Coast albums together by artists, and then the South, and then the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier for me to. It's easier for me. Like if I want to play West Coast music, I go to the West Coast section, or the East Coast section, or the South section. But it's all the artists' albums together. So I got all the T.I. albums together. That'll be in the South section. For the East Coast, it'll be like all the Kane albums together. For the West, it'll be like all the Dre and Snoop albums. They're like in the West Coast section. So that's how I do it. It's easier for me to find things. That's why I can pull out stuff now because it's easier for me to find. I don't really have to go digging for something. You know what I'm saying?
True.
BJ said he does it alphabetical order by first name.
Oh, you do it by first name? Oh, I do it by last name.
Yeah, shit. First name is easy too. I mean, like Teddy Pendergrass, that'll be in the T sections. I'm assuming for BJ. So Um.
be glad I don't got no Diddy album and shit.
Oh God.
These niggas be
Diddy
changing.
would be in the D section. How would you do that? That would be in. Well, I mean,
Well,
he go by Puffy. So how would you do that? That would be in the P's or the
well,
D's for you?
the only album I'll ever have is fucking No Way Out. So I just put that with the P, the Puff Daddy.
If I right, like No Way Out, and I have the Dirty Money album. So that's in the East Coast section for me. So it's like I don't go by alphabetical order. I just go by the artists and just put all the albums together by artists. Um, Ronnie asks favorite song from the Who's the Man soundtrack.
Ooh, I have to pass on that because it's been years since I peeped that.
Favorite song I would say What's Next on the Menu, Pete Rock and CeeLo Smooth. That was my favorite on there.
Hey, try.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Peter Frampton?
Is that the dude? Was he in a rock group?
Nah, he was.
Oh,
I want to say he was in the rock group. I want to
that
say.
looks like the dude from Franz Ferdinand. That's not the same guy.
I don't even know what Franz Ferdinand is,
They
to be
they
real.
were a group back in the 2000s, like alternative rock
Oh
group that
no,
came out.
nah, he's from the '70s and shit.
Oh nah, I never listened to his stuff.
Oh man,
Is he
one
good?
of the greatest. I personally only heard this album, and it's a live album, so I fuck with the live album so much. But I haven't heard any of his other albums and shit.
Sam said he knows who he heard it from before.
Yeah, I know because me and Sam talked about Frampton Comes Alive a couple weeks ago too.
Have you heard the Swept Away album by Diana Ross? Sam X.
From '84, yeah, that's a pretty dope album. I want to say I got that album if I'm not mistaken. I want to say.
Antoine said funk albums are hard to find, like BT Express, Do It Till You're
Oh my
Satisfied, and Skull Snaps.
bro, don't even get me started on the funk albums. The P Funk albums, man. You know how long it took me to find the fucking One Nation Under Groove album?
I don't got that.
Yeah.
I don't got none of the early Parliament. Just the one of his solo albums he did in the 90s.
Heck,
I had Maggot Brain, but I can't find it though. I don't know what I did with it.
oh shit.
I had it
Now
on
that,
vinyl. I don't know where
now
it's
that
at.
you lost Agate Brain. Oh shit.
I know I misplaced it somewhere. I can't find it right now. I put it somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta find that shit ASAP.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I don't know where I put it.
even the Ohio players. That shit is very hard to
Ohio
come by.
plays. I have the Skin Tight album. I have that one.
I still can't believe BJ don't like the Ohio players. I still can't believe that shit.
What are your favorite? My favorite. I wasn't heavy on Diana. Probably the Diana album's like my favorite one because that's like really the only one I really listen to. So right now it's my favorite, but I haven't listened to. I wasn't really big on Diana Ross like that. What's your
To me,
favorite Diana Ross album?
oh, that's easy. The 1979 Diana album. Or 78, excuse me.
That was the debut album, the solo album.
No, not the solo album where she's dressed as a homeless girl. I mean, the disco
Okay.
album with Upside Down,
Oh yeah, that was good. That one was good.
all that shit.
We covered the first solo album. We did that one last year.
I love that album too, though.
That was a good one.
The Be My Lover album from '76 is underrated too.
Uncle Jam Wants You is my favorite Funkadelic album. Ronnie said.
Ooh, Ronnie, very good choice.
Hardcore Jollies. Sam said that's my favorite.
Ooh, we got a lot of P-Funk heads.
Um,
Okay, yeah.
God from My Dad because I got the Funkadelic album. Thank God for My Dad because I got the Funkadelic album. Antoine said.
Yo, man, niggas never talk about the Let's Take It to the Stage album from 1975 and shit. You know that song they dissed James Brown, Ohio Players, Rufus, Kool the Gang, and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wow,
And Sly and the Family Stone too.
that's crazy.
But I'm kind of pissed off because I can't find my Boys in the Hood soundtrack or my Menace to Society soundtrack.
Oh, you misplaced that too?
Yeah, like deadass. I thought I left it in my collection because I just did a CD recap a couple days ago, which I'm dropping soon. But then I opened the Minister Society and the CD's not there. I hope I didn't leave it at my old car. I swear to God, I hope I didn't do that shit. And then the Boys in the Hood soundtrack, I can't even find that shit.
Gotta find those, yo.
For real, man. Like, it took me years to get that Boys in the Hood soundtrack, man. Cause I know I took it to a few places like work and my friends, and they said they haven't seen it. Shit, I'm slipping. I'm losing my
Or
CDs.
they could have took it or if they saw it.
Shit. But
And,
don't nobody get no CDs no more. That's the thing. Ain't nobody gonna sell no CDs.
Antoine said Parliament albums are easy to find more than Funkadelic albums. You gotta look for Funkadelic albums.
I agree. Cause I seen hella copies of Mothership Connection on in Walmart and stuff like that too.
Really? How much they selling it for?
Like $7 to $8 sometimes.
Oh wow. The OG
Because
copy?
yeah, because back in the day when Walmart used to sell CDs, because now they sell vinyls now. They got rid of all the CDs.
Right.
I'm like, oh, so now y'all in the vinyl game now. Okay.
Coming around the mountain.
Shit over, all right.
Coming around the mountain is my favorite Parliament song. Sam said.
Ooh, my favorite Parliament song is probably the Sunnos do up like that Sunnos song. Aaliyah and DMX sampled that for Back in One Piece too.
Funkin' Telechi versus Placebo Syndrome is my favorite album from Parliament. Ronnie said.
Yes, Ronnie knows about his funk, man. Woo. Ronnie, that Wizard of Finance song though.
When are you going to do the Love and Basketball review?
That one's probably gonna come very soon. That's probably gonna be pre-recorded. Well, actually, nah. I might go live with that. Fuck that, nah. But y'all not gonna like what I have to say about it. I'm just gonna be real with you. Y'all gonna unsubscribe me now if y'all want. And Try. Are you a fan of Cameo, by the way?
Who?
Cameo.
Yes. I like a lot of their songs from back in the day. Candy and what's the other one? Forgot the other joint that I like.
Word Up.
Word Up, yeah, Word Up, and they have a couple of songs that I like from back in the day. And Larry still wearing that cock piece.
Oh God.
He's kind of old for that cock piece now. He's still wearing it.
Please. Yeah, to me, I'm on.
Did you see the he actually performed DJ Cassidy been doing like these like COVID old school R&B performances on YouTube.
I gotta watch those because a lot of people told me to watch that shit, and I never really had a chance.
And he was Larry was in one of them. Like he was like one of the special guests, and he was performing like one of the I think he performed Candy, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sick and tired of that damn song, man.
Yeah.
Perform Hanging Downtown. She's Strange, Hanging Downtown, man. Y'all always perform Candy.
Did you do a Love Don't Cost a Thing movie review?
Nah, I never did a Love Don't Cost a Thing movie review.
I don't think I've seen that film.
Oh, that's Nick Cannon in it.
Oh God. Yeah, I know I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, that's Nick Cannon, bro.
Christina Milian was in there?
Yeah, everyone's favorite Afro-Latino was in there, yeah.
Oh, wow. Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. His favorite Parliament Funkadelic album is Hardcore Jollies.
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
Okay.
Yo, I never knew Flea was the one that voiced that Donnie Thornberry from the Wild Thornberries and shit. I don't know if Ray Sean's watching, but he might know what I'm talking about.
I've heard of them. I never watched it. Anton said my favorite is Motor Booty Affair, Funkadelic vs. Syndrome, Mothership Connection, Glory Hole, Stupid, and the P-Funk Live Earth Tour.
Ooh.
Okay.
All this talk about Funkadelic and P-Funk makes you want to smoke something right now. Shit.
That's an everyday thing for you, so I'm surprised you ain't smoke on it.
No, but
I'm not a fan. Huh?
it's certain music that I smoke to that it just takes to another level, like the Doors and Prince, Sade, Led Zeppelin, Beethoven sometimes.
Beethoven makes you want to smoke?
Yeah. Sometimes both y'all think I was just hip hop. I listen to classical music too. Shit.
That's
I listen
great.
to Mozart.
that's that's good.
Shit. I ain't
That's
always
good.
hip hop shit.
Um BJ said I'm not a fan of the Ohio plays other than the song Heaven Must Be Like
Ah,
This.
BJ, you're
And
killing me right
I
now, man.
didn't like Funkadelic and P Funk vocally.
Well,
No,
they weren't
I don't
the best
think
singers, but at least even like Bootsy as a singer.
I don't smoke them. I wasn't a heavy smoker to begin with. Like I did weed a couple times, but I've never been like a pothead like that.
So would you call me a pothead?
No, you were definitely a pothead. You smoke on your own live streams. You definitely a pothead. I'm gonna buy you like a fucking one of them bongs and shit.
Hey,
You definitely a pothead. You know.
yeah, this
I
tries
never
to
was.
rap.
I never was. Oh God, please don't show that. That is not a great album. I love Diamond Life, the Diamond Life better. The Glamorous Life. Drinking, I'm not big. I was about to say I'm not a big drinker. Like I'll drink, socially, but I'm not a big drinker like that. You know, it just wasn't for me. Cause I've had bad hangovers and I don't like how it feels. So I just I'm not big on smoking and drinking like that.
I remember one time I got so fucked up I passed out near my toilet and shit like that,
Oh wow, yeah, your ass would be on ridiculousness. Somebody be taking video of you and by the toilet and shit. I've seen videos like that.
For real, and then your friends just be like, just be sitting there and just chilling and shit.
Yeah, and they
Mm.
and they making fun of you and they got the video footage. Look at Reg drunk by the toilet, ready
But
to
yeah,
upload that shit online.
well, no one saw me because I locked my door anyway. So
Oh, you was in there by yourself? Wow.
no, because what I was going to do, I was just going to be near the toilet in case I threw up, right? Because
Right.
I was trying to smoke a blunt before and shit like that. But then next thing you know, it's like my whole body just went down. And it was like 2 a.m. I woke up. It was 4:25 in the morning, and then there was a note under my door saying, "Are you okay?"
Man.
So you know what I did right after? Smoke my damn blunt. Shit.
Ronnie said, "Cool in the Gang celebration of Earth, Wind and Fire, September."
September celebration with the Earth, Wind and Fire rip off. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. It was Earth, Wind
You
and Fire
you
rip
feel
off.
like Earth, Wind and Fire could pull off that song better than them?
Yes, I
Influence them?
do. Yes, I do.
Wow.
Because it's Earth,
Wow.
Wind and Fire. I mean, y'all know how I feel about Cool in the Gang. Y'all
Do
know
you,
how
do you get high when you listening to jazz? But I think that's the
Yes,
perfect music to listen to get high to.
yes. Not just with Miles Davis, but like with Thelonious Monk, Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan. But sometimes, like when I like to get high, I like to listen to music. I try to listen to music I don't like to listen to regularly
Right.
because I like to go to like a different atmosphere and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Anton said Ohio players Mercury are easy to find. Honey skin type
Oh,
fire contradiction. Others the Ohio players westbound are hard to find. Like
yeah,
Dream, Climax, westbound.
those Westbound albums. Be prepared to pay an arm and leg for those albums, man. So I don't even have. I only have one Westbound album. I want to say that's the Pain album and shit.
Hmm.
But yeah, I do got to talk about Angel one day. Ooh,
Tower of Power.
who says Tower Power?
Hector.
Hector, you the goat tonight because no one talks about that.
Cypress Hill genuinely yes. You know.
The horn section in Tower Power alone makes a nigga high. But niggas only know Lenny for girl. You know I love you. They only know him for that. They don't know him for Tower Power. Like, I love you.
Charlie Parker and John Coltrane and Sun Ra are great artists to get high to.
Yeah. Heck, I even get high to the Beatles,
Wow.
but heroin Beatles, not shit. I once got high listening to some gospel music one time, like,
Oh wow.
because sometimes when niggas be smoking, sometimes niggas just want to just. I hate when you be smoking sometimes, and you be them one niggas that don't want to rap when they sober, but then all of a sudden they want to smoke a blunt, they want to start rapping and shit.
Right.
I was like, nah, nigga, just smoke the fucking blunt. Now your ass want to be a fucking rapper. You're like, nah, I want to freestyle.
BJ said I got the All in All album, classic Earth Wind and Fire album. One of my
That's my favorite
favorites.
Earth, Wind & Fire album.
Oh, that's your favorite one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely a great one.
I want to say the Spirit album that's the one no one really talks about.
Yeah.
That was the
Y'all
darkest
like
album.
y'all like Shaka Khan with Rufus or Shaka Khan solo?
Don't do this right now, man. I can't even pick between.
Don't do
Because
this,
basically
Ronnie.
she was the group. Basically, I'm not gonna lie.
Earth Days Tomorrow. Don't do this, Ronnie.
Hanging downtown, contemplating.
I'm a
Maybe
big
I'll try.
fan of Ohio Players. The first time I heard them, my dad played Love Roller Coaster. I've been a fan ever since, and the first album was Honey. The album cover when Shorty was that one
Yeah,
was a
man.
good one.
Oof. I like the Angel album cover more, where Homegirl's nipples were out front and center and shit.
Right. Okay.
That's what those album covers, like, they definitely represented black women at the time and shit. I don't give a fuck what no one said.
They can't do those album covers now.
I,
It's
I,
weird.
I can't. I mean, the
Well,
Captivated
you can.
Murderer.
I'm talking about the artists. They would have like a parental sticker against it or something.
Shit, I don't care about parental advisory and shit. Fuck that, nigga. Anybody can listen. Fuck censorship and shit, nigga. I ain't gonna censor my shit.
Right.
I was thinking about some crazy shit for my next cover and shit. All I'm gonna say is I want to like to have somebody tape my mouth and shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh boy.
Shit, my friend told me, can't you just do a regular album cover with you just smiling and shit?
Sam said the Red Hot Chili Peppers covered Love Roller Coaster on the Beavis and Butthead Go to America soundtrack. Wow. Did not know
Yeah,
that.
that
Yeah, I
was a
saw that
good
movie. I
cover.
remember watching that movie.
I kind of prefer that cover over the Higher Ground cover they did on
Mm.
Mother's Milk, which I still like though. Hey, BJ, did I ever ask you what you think of this album?
Jill Jones.
Yes, sir.
Did Prince produce the whole album?
Yes, he did. Well, actually, no. David Z and JoJo, they did some tracks, but Prince did the majority.
What's your favorite Bob Marley album?
Exodus.
No Straight Jacket? No Straight Jacket, Reg? I guess that's what he's assuming. That's what he's saying.
We're talking about Straight Jacket.
Like when you said you're gonna have like the your mouth is gonna be
Oh, nah. That's all I want to say for right now, bro.
oh
That's all I'm gonna say for right now. So let's stay tuned.
wow.
Y'all know how to be doing that crazy shit sometimes.
Have you seen Rugrats Gone Wild?
Yes, I have. Well, how we go from funk to Rugrats?
I don't know.
Shit, I'm about to smoke right now. Fuck. Yo, everyone keeps talking about that TGT beef and shit, yo.
Oh God, they still with that? Why?
Like, it's TGT.
It wasn't great when they were together.
Y'all really stressing over little old Tyrese.
TGT. I didn't even listen to the first album, so.
I didn't care for the first album.
Reg, do you love the funk group, the Fatback Band?
No, I don't. I try to get into that. I didn't care for them like that. Only fat band I like are the Fat Boys.
What about the Weather Girls?
They were more like a novelty. I mean, they can sing, but they were more like a novelty act. To be real with you.
What's my favorite song from? I don't have a favorite song. I watch Cowboy Bebop like once in the blue. I don't have like a favorite song.
I love Cowboy Bebop. I was just jamming to that soundtrack earlier. But what am I going to
I prefer well, I'd rather hear George Clinton with Parliament or with Funkadelic than him by himself. I don't think he's the same with when he's just by himself.
So you didn't like the Computer Games album?
I don't think I heard that one. What big hit is off of that one?
Atomic Dog.
Oh yeah, I know the song. I ain't hear the album though. Why didn't you like Boogie in Your Butt song by Eddie Murphy?
You said what?
Sam says, why didn't you like Boogie in Your Butt by Eddie Murphy from his first album?
I mean, I just didn't really care for it. I just thought it was just I thought it was just too silly, in my opinion.
That title sounds silly.
Boogie in Your Butt.
I'm gonna watch the Mortal Kombat movie, even though I've heard it's getting like bad early reviews already. But I'm gonna watch it because I watched the first original 2 movies. I watched the YouTube series when it was on back in like the 2010s. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Hopefully it's good. Speaking of George Clinton, George appeared in the House Party film.
Who?
George Clinton, he was in House Party.
Which one? House Party 3?
I don't remember George, but I think George was in part 1. It's been years since I've seen House Party, yo. I think he was in part 1.
Nice shit.
BJ said I purchased the Wrong Trouble Man album by Marvin. I bought the More Trouble album, which is additional takes of versions from the soundtrack.
Oh wow, give me that one then if you don't want it.
Y'all can make a trade. You got the Trouble Man album, right?
Nah, I don't even have the Trouble Man
You
album.
don't got that one?
No. Another black man shot in Elizabeth City. Oh wow.
What else is new?
You know, I said Al Sharpton is the black ambulance chaser.
He's what?
He's the black ambulance chaser. Anytime there's a tragedy in the black community, Al Sharpton is front and center.
Well, he was. He hasn't done that in a long time. Yeah, he was in the first one. I'm trying to remember this scene that he was in, though. It's been a minute.
Michael Jackson.
George Clinton appeared in Good Burger. I didn't see Good Burger.
You said George Clinton appeared in what?
Good Burger, the film.
This was years since I've seen Good Burgers too. I'm gonna stay until probably about 1:20. I'm about to make some dinner shit.
Classic soundtrack by Marvin Gaye.
Marvin.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was in. I went to see Men in Black 2 when it came out. Michael Jackson was in that. I remember that. He
Man,
played
fuck.
Agent M.
Michael Jackson.
Michael should have been on the soundtrack. Shit. Do y'all weightlift? I don't.
I
I just play sports. I don't weightlift. I never been to a gym in my life. I just play sports. I've always been playing sports. You know, I did karate. I did gymnastics, baseball, football, handball, track. That was my workout. Just playing sports.
I weight lift.
And I always had like a fast metabolism. Like my grandfather had a fast metabolism, so I got it from him. So I don't gain like a lot of weight.
No, I
Yeah,
don't have that.
yeah. I did gymnastics. I did 4 years of gymnastics when I was like 10, 11. Um, I did shows and shit. You know, I was like the captain of my gymnastics team. Nah, I don't play soccer. I have cousins that play soccer. I never played soccer. Like I just started watching soccer maybe like 15 years ago. Cause my grandfather was always big into like the World Cup and the friendly game, the international friendly games and stuff. But I don't play soccer.
Yeah, BJ, I do lift weights.
I just pulled 2 vinyl albums from Millie Jackson, Caught Up and Feeling Bitchy.
Ooh, I have that. I think I have feeling bitchy if I'm not mistaken. Certain albums, I have so many albums. I gotta look back and see which ones I got. I might have to start writing down which albums I got now and shit. Oh, try. I was gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
How do you? Let's say I have like a file or a movie on my computer and I want to put it on my Fire Stick. Can I do that?
You wanna put a movie from your computer to your Fire Stick?
Like a movie, TV show, just in general.
Why you wanna put it on your Fire Stick though?
Because sometimes, like, let's just say, like, some days if I want to watch it on my laptop and stuff like that, some days I might want to watch on my Fire Stick because I don't want to like always strain my neck trying to watch my laptop. I can just watch on my TV.
They don't have it like they don't. It's not on none of the movie apps or anything like that you wanna watch.
No, not this show. No.
Unless you know how to hack the Fire Stick, you can't do that.
Oh wow, it's illegal.
Cause you would have to like encode like the link yourself of the show. Like you if the movie or show on your laptop have a link, you would have to break into one of those apps and make and encode the link yourself. Like upload it to like one of those apps. And I never. Why would you want to do that though?
I was just asking. It was just a thought.
What is it you trying to watch that Fire Stick doesn't have?
It was it was a certain movie from the 70s. Sweet Seymour's Badass Song.
And they don't have that on any movie app.
I can't find it. No.
Cause I mean, they a lot of the movie apps have like old '70s films and stuff.
Not all. I mean, some movie apps they have some of them, they don't, but they don't have like the rare good ones. I
Right.
like.
Yeah, they don't have everything and like some
Yeah.
of the links are broken.
Like they used to have Shaft on Netflix. I mean, the original Shaft. They took that shit off.
They took it off. Yeah, cause I saw the original one last year on Netflix.
Yes.
I have the one with Samuel L. Jackson on DVD, but they put the first one on Netflix and they took it off. But they should have like the original. I mean, well, I never look for it, but more than likely they have the original Shaft on the on different movie apps.
Sure, I gotta find that shit. Yeah.
What's
I
your
know.
favorite scene from the Jackson's American Dream?
Who's at the tower in the swimming pool? That's my favorite
Lou
scene.
Rawls versus Jerry Butler.
Jerry Butler.
They didn't have the education of Sonny Carson.
Yeah, that's another one they don't have either. That's a rare movie and shit.
Well, they're not gonna have all the black exploitation films because I mean a lot of those people that make the movie apps they don't know about those films, so they're not gonna have everything. They're gonna have
Oh,
like the regular, huh?
I mean, BT and Stars have all the Tyler Perry movies and shit.
Well, that's Tyler Perry, man. That's recent shit. I'm talking about like if you talk about Sidney Poitier and all that, they're not gonna have all of them on here.
They even have all his plays and shit from the '90s too. Like,
Yeah, but it's people know who Tyler Perry. A lot of these this young generation don't know who Sidney Poitier is. They're not gonna know. They ain't gonna want to like look up that shit.
I bet you if I showed them a picture of Sidney Poitier and Kevin Hart, they'll know who Kevin Hart is more and
Of
shit.
course they don't know who Kevin Hart is, but I don't even like all of his shit. So
Kevin Hart. Yeah, I'm trying to like get some rare shows, rare movies and shit.
Uptown,
Oh,
yeah, I
Uptown
saw Uptown
Saturday.
Saturday Night,
I
but I
love
saw
that.
that on DVD though.
I love that movie and Let's Do It Again.
Yeah, Let's Do It Again was good.
Ooh.
They were supposed to do that over with
No,
Denzel and Will Smith. You heard about that?
no.
Yes, they were doing that over years ago. Well, that was years ago. I don't know if they still planning on doing it
Well,
over.
they should just leave that in the past. No.
But they had planning on doing it over with Will Smith and Denzel.
I don't give a fuck. No, they should not touch. You cannot redo the chemistry with Cosby and Poitier.
I agree. But again, because this young generation don't know those, they're not gonna look up those films to watch.
I do. Shit.
We came from a different era though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a lot of those films, like Uptown Saturday Night and Car Wash and Coolie High, those were being shown on like TBS back in the day. TBS don't show those films no more.
I don't even think TBS shows movies no more.
Three Tough Guys. I have the soundtrack for that on vinyl.
That's the Isaac Hayes soundtrack.
Yeah,
Most,
that's a dope soundtrack. Yeah, Three Tough Guys.
I love that song. Da, 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 da. No, wait, that's from the Shaft. Nah.
Truck Turner. I haven't seen that film.
A lot of the Isaac Hayes blaxploitation I've not seen the movies for, so
Right. Hell Up in Harlem. That was a good one. Black Caesar. The Mac.
I love the Mac, man. That shit taught me about the pimping game and shit, man. I loved Claudine with Diane Carroll and what's his
I
name?
saw that
James.
when I was little. I don't even remember that. I remember watching it. I don't remember like the whole storyline though.
It's just pretty much just the struggle for black family. That's pretty much it.
Right.
And then the soundtracks, man, you had people like Curtis Mayfield and Willie Hutch and Isaac Hayes. Oh my god,
Coffee was good. I like all the old Pam Grier films. Coffee and Foxy Brown. She was in Blackula also.
Jackie Brown, don't forget that.
Yeah, Jackie Brown was good. That's one of my favorites.
110th Street.
Yeah, Shaft. Shaft was a classic one.
Yeah, the 70s, black movies in the 70s were more raw, man. I love that shit.
Right. Yeah. Superfly soundtrack is one of my favorites all time.
Superfly.
I think that's one of the best Curtis Mayfield albums.
That's an American classic, Superfly.
Definitely.
I don't know what that new shit was.
That was terrible. That should have never been done over.
Like what Ron O'Neal did to that role alone, man. Oh my god.
Right. Now I'm gonna tell you, I tried to look for Tough Guys the movie on streaming, and they didn't. A lot of those apps they didn't have the links for it.
Yeah, that one.
That one is like hard to find on streaming, and it's more than likely it's probably not on Blu-ray.
I just gave up on that bullshit.
I never seen Truck Turner. Well, who's starring in Truck Turner?
I think Isaac Hayes, but I never seen that either.
I never saw that one. Which hood movies should be in your Mount Rushmore? I think you asked this the other night.
Man, what is up with you and Mount Rushmore, man?
It's on YouTube? Oh, I didn't know that. He said it's on YouTube, the Tough Guys film.
Oh wow, it's about time.
Wow. In its entirety? Like cursing and everything?
Yeah, no copyright bullshit, right?
Which is Luther's best rendition album? Luther who? Vandross? Hood films that should be on Mount Rushmore. Well, I definitely Menace to Society, Juice, New Jack City, Boys in the Hood.
Don't know nobody want to buy no episode. Oh, they got Rocco.
Or the full
Oh shit,
movies on there. I gotta check that out.
they got Rocco's Modern Life on Paramount Plus. Oh, turn up.
You
I'm
can find
sorry.
it anywhere though. You can find that anywhere.
What?
Rocco, you can find Rocco on those apps. Like
Yeah,
in
but
the
I'm
in
just
the
now
in the
seeing.
animation section or whatever, they have it in there.
Yeah, but I'm just now seeing this shit now. So,
Oh,
'cause I recently got Paramount Plus. I just found out they got Our Real Monsters, and I was like, oh my god.
did you pay for the subscription or you just like watching whatever's on?
I mean, I was just gonna try it out for like 2 months, see how I like it, but I think I might just keep it
Right.
because I hate when you go to them Fire Stick website and you think you want to go to the right episode, but then they pick out the wrong episode, and then you got to go pick the wrong
Yeah.
episode just to get to the right episode.
That's what some of them like they have like the wrong episode on the links or whatever.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about this show. Like, no, nigga, I watch so much TV. This is not the episode. No,
Right.
nah, nigga, I be watching hella TV when I was little. Hell no.
Which is
You, ain't trying-
what album did Luther do a rendition of? What rendition album you talking about?
you talking about the Covers album from 1994?
Oh, Luther Vandross?
Yes, sir.
We didn't cover that.
Yeah, I talked about it.
I don't remember. Better vocalist, Isaac Hayes or Teddy Pendergrass? Teddy for me. Huh? I'm going with Teddy on that. Naomi Campbell or Pam Grier? Definitely Pam Grier.
Pam Grier.
Naomi Campbell.
I mean, Naomi Campbell's beautiful too, but she
She
ain't no.
used to be. She used to look hot when she was younger. She don't look like that no more. Chef Big Score. I am so happy to get that soundtrack from Gordon Parks and O.C. Smith. Yeah, I got the Chef soundtrack on vinyl too.
I
Great
need that.
soundtrack. Huh?
Well, are you talking about the Isaac Hayes album or just the score?
Yeah, the Isaac Hayes one. Well, yeah, the Isaac Hayes one I have on vinyl.
Oh, okay, man.
With Richard Roundtree's on the cover.
Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great soundtrack too. I love Isaac Hayes music anyway. Favorite song from Earth, Wind and Fire Spirit album.
Oh, that's easy. The self-titled track. We are the earth, and that song.
Do I like South Park? I used to watch it. I watched the film. I think when was it? I think was it Kenny that died or something, and the devil was in it and shit.
Yeah,
That was yeah. I watched the film. That was funny. I don't watch it no more, but I used to watch like the early years of it.
I love South Park, man.
Yeah. It's amazing that cartoon is still on though. Like that and The Simpsons, they still on after all these years.
Well, at least South Park is still solid for the most part. Simpsons,
Right. Yeah,
Family Guy,
I don't even I couldn't tell you the last time I watched The Simpsons, man. It's been years.
hell, I even fuck with Rick and Morty. I don't give a fuck.
Rick and Morty. I never watched Rick and Morty. I always hear about it. Caught Up soundtrack is dope. The Hood film, Caught Up. I saw the movie. I never listened to the soundtrack though.
Damn, we already out for 2 hours. Damn.
Well, you started late, so
True.
Family Guy is overrated. I actually like Family Guy.
I like that show up into season 8.
I have the Family Guy Star Wars T-shirt. You know when Stewie played Darth Vader. I have the T-shirt for that.
Yo, shit.
Best duo duet song reunited versus The Closest I Get to You.
Closer I get to you.
I like reunited.
Oh,
was that Peaches and Herb?
yeah.
Yeah, classic song. Did you ever watch Caught Up? Did you see that hood from with Bokeem Woodbine and I think Cinda Williams is in it?
Who?
The light skinned chick from No
No,
Better
no, the movie.
Blues.
What's the movie called?
Caught Up.
I heard about it. Is it good?
I didn't like it. The soundtrack
Well,
is
that.
probably better. I remember the soundtrack. I just never listened to the soundtrack though.
Well, I probably need a good laugh, so I'll probably watch it.
You can add that to your worst hood films list.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like watching bad hood movies. I don't know why.
Have you heard of the Claudine sound? He just mentioned Claudine.
Yeah, I love the Claudine soundtrack. Caught up.
I didn't care for the movie.
Jesus Christ. So, what's the hood movie about?
I think it was like some type of setup film. I forgot.
Of course.
It didn't keep my interest for too long. I remember Bokeem being in it and Cinda Williams. You know, Cinda played the side piece to Denzel's character in Mo Better Blues.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
It was like some type of betrayal type of shit or something like that.
All these hood movies, somebody's always getting betrayed and shit.
South Central was good. That's an underrated hood film. I like that one.
Yeah, South
That
Central.
was yeah, South Central. That was a good one. Yeah, hood films are trash today. We're gonna discuss one, Conflicted. That's right in that that group.
It's like with hood films now. It's like the same play. It's like y'all just doing this for the money and shit like that.
Right. It's the same. Yo, you know how many I've seen hood films with like our favorite rappers and they can't act. Like AZ. I've seen a hood film with AZ in it and Black Rob. Rest in peace to Black Rob, but he wasn't no he wasn't no actor. The
Yo,
trashiest hood. Yo, you want to see some bad hood films? Just download the 2B app. That 2B app has like a ton of hood
yes,
films
I
on it.
love Tubi.
I can't watch
Um,
that shit. I cannot watch
yo,
none of those films, man.
yo, why this nigga Buckhead just fucking shot me in the fucking movie? It's not even.
They put like the dopest, some of the dopest lyricists in those hood films just so people could watch it. Have you seen Blood In, Blood Out? And American Me, I saw her back in the day. I don't think I seen Blood In, Blood Out. What black exploitation movie that has a dope sex scene?
Shaft.
I like this scenes with Pam Grier when she got taken captive in what was that, Coffee? What's the sex
What?
scene she had with the dude like in the room? Remember like the dude came in the room and she was like undressing?
Yeah,
That was Coffee, right?
I want to see. Yeah, I
I
think
think
you're
that
right.
was
I
Coffee.
think that was Coffee.
Roberta Flack versus Minnie Riperton.
Mini.
Belly is the last good hood movie.
I
I like Baby
disagree.
Boy. I think Baby Boy was like the last good one.
I like the Wash.
I like OG Wash. And I don't I don't care for the new ones. I like OG Wash was better. Was good.
Man, that reboot was class. I don't care what no one says. Yeah, we the motherfucking kidnappers.
Oh God.
Hey, cut the chit chat.
There's a lot of controversy with American Meme.
Yo, this nigga looks like Dave Chappelle's brother, yo. I've always thought he looked like Dave Chappelle.
What are you watching?
Caught up.
Oh,
What she
can you
thought?
review the Wash? Right? Sam wants you to review the Wash. I thought you did that already.
No, I never did.
Oh wow. Dave Chappelle said he's moving to Ghana.
Yes, so is Stevie Wonder.
I thought Dave Chappelle moved to Africa like 15 years ago. Didn't he say
Nah,
he was leaving, going to Ghana, Africa? I thought that's what happened. Didn't he he gave up the deal with Comedy Central and he moved to Africa? That's not what happened.
no, he just went to Africa. He didn't
Oh, okay.
officially.
Oh wow. So he's moving to Ghana.
Yep.
Wow. Is Car Wash a black exploitation movie? The OG one is. I don't know about the new one.
Yeah, that The Wash, man. I love The Wash, man.
Jungle Boogie versus Hollywood Swingers.
Jungle
Hollywood
Boogie.
Swingers. I love Hollywood Swingers. Jungle Boogie was cool.
I
Ronnie
love
said
that.
no. You don't consider that a black exploitation from Ronnie?
Yeah, I'm about to end it off for the night, actually, after like 3 more comments. That Hood Rat movie was hilarious, man.
Oh God. I don't know how you could watch that shit. I refuse.
He's like, get off me, man. Get off me.
Wow.
And then Jody's mom was in the movie too, from Baby Boy.
Oh, AJ, what's her name? AJ Johnson or something?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, BJ said he cop Urban Hang Suite. That's a classic.
Classic album.
Love that album, yo. I need to get that again. I destroyed mine got destroyed by accident.
I like how you're about to say I destroyed, but then you switch it up to
No, it
accident.
got destroyed. No, I didn't destroy it. I don't destroy my shit. It got destroyed by accident. Like I was moving some stuff in, like it got destroyed when I was moving the furniture and stuff.
Oh, okay. I was just fucking with you.
No, I don't destroy my shit. No. I might throw it away if I don't like it, but it never gets destroyed. Us collectors don't destroy our shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. Michael J. White did the reboot of Undercover Brother. I think I saw that one.
I saw that shit too.
I think I saw that one a long time ago. Bernie Mac or Steve Harvey? Is that what somebody said?
Yeah, Bernie Mac.
Steve Harvey was funny. That like he was good back in the Def Comedy Jam days.
Oh
And
yeah,
Kings of
yeah.
Comedy.
Stevie was good, but he ain't no Bernie.
He got too cocky now. That's the problem. He got too big.
That mustache got thicker.
Right? And he shaved his head, right?
But this nigga say he looked like the Black Pringles logo.
Who said that? Uh, if Mr. Pringles was black, it looked like Steve Harvey. Yeah, you remember he wasn't he like the one that he used to come out on stage with like a cowboy hat on? Or that wasn't him.
No, that was the hamburger.
The
No.
hamburger guy. He used to say hamburger. Okay. I
Man,
remember
that shit
him.
got mad annoying, man. No wonder that nigga did not have a career.
Yeah, I had it on CD and the CD got destroyed and I never got it I never replaced it and I believe it's out of print now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga got on my nerve. I'm like, yo, this shit's not even
Yeah, we
funny.
don't destroy our stuff. We collectors don't do that. We don't destroy our stuff, man. I was you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I got albums older than some half of these kids out here now.
But this nigga cannot shoot.
Oh man. I can't believe you actually watching that, yo. One thing that makes South Park great is that it's still relevant.
Man, I'm
Robert
about to end it up.
Townsend. Oh,
Oh, I didn't even know that. You directed the OG version of Undercover Brother? Oh, wow.
what do you mean? There's another version of Undercover Brother? Which is the new one? Is that the one with Michael J. White? The best part of the Five Heartbeats movie?
Of course, Office Hours scene.
The scene. You know all the Otis lines, oh.
He said what?
You know all the Otis lines.
No, we talking about the five heartbeats, not
Five
Temptation.
Heartbeats. What's your favorite scene in that?
Office Hours.
Oh, okay.
Fuck your office hours, motherfucker. Slap.
Oh man.
Let
Yo,
me out. Let me out.
you stupid. Eddie Griffin was in. Yeah, right. I think that's the one I saw with Eddie Griffin.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're saying. You mean the OG version? You mean the OG over the Michael J. White? Okay.
Right.
Now I know what you mean. Okay.
Big Red.
But yeah, I'm about to end this off for the night. I'm about to get something to eat. But this has been real as usual. Um, tomorrow is the conflicted / top 5 worst hood movies. On Sunday is the Eric Sermon Battle of the Bangers episode. You say you're gonna do yours list over again?
Yes.
All right. Cool.
No. I'm pretty much confident with the list I got. So
All right. Cool. Cause I know. I'm trying to think of the theme for the next beat battle episode. I'm debating if I want to do R&B or hip hop.
okay.
Yeah. Cause I don't know. I'm thinking about that Dark Child episode in the future, but I don't know about that.
All right, Antoine and Bronny, everybody. BJ said he's copying the Dougie Fresh album tomorrow.
For how much? Damn. That shit goes for arm and leg. I salute you on that. But yeah, I'm gonna wish everyone a good night. Peace, trial. Hit you up later.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.